motherfuckers. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
How you doing?
Hello.
It's us.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
What are we cheering to?
A reunion. I
It's
guess?
always a good time when we get back together.
Yeah, for real. It's a good time. Everybody having a good time. Da-da-da-da-da.
Where's that from?
I don't know. I just came over there.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Okay.
close it.
My bad.
I might be from the club.
What
Just
club?
Everybody having a good time. No, like Pitbull shit, you know?
Pitbull. When have you gone to the club? I need to know this story.
Nah, you don't. What is that?
You've been to the club?
Yeah, come on there.
You shook ass?
I slap ass.
I'm deceased. Okay,
Fair
you're right. I don't need to know. You're
Fair
right. I do not need to know those shenanigans. Anyways, hello
We
everybody.
are back after
Yes.
a long hiatus.
But either a month or less than a month.
About a month?
About a month.
Yes.
Definitely not longer than a month. I do know that for a fact. Like I do know that.
Yes. So, but it's been a while. A little bit.
It definitely it's been like 3 weeks. Like 3.5 weeks.
For real.
Yeah.
But we're back. So what's up, people?
Woo! We are. I was gonna say ready to rumble, but I couldn't think of anything that rhymes with rumble.
Rumble. Trumble.
What does trumble mean?
Um,
Exactly. We are back in the jungle, ready to rumble. No.
I mean, Rumble used to be
Let's
one.
get ready to rumble!
I don't know if we can say that because that's an announcement from like a fighter.
You were supposed to do the. You remember that?
Yes.
I was hoping you would say that. But you're talking about the UFC dude, right?
Yeah. Let's get ready to go.
In this corner.
Yeah. But they used to say, "Let's get ready to rumble."
I remember him. He's
Yeah.
got an iconic voice. He's cool. What's his
He
name?
really. Shoot. Bruce.
Willis. No.
Shit, it is something Bruce. Cannot remember the full name right now.
And he's like a freaking millionaire just from doing that, right?
Yeah, because that's all he does. He's the only one that does it. Every single fight, he's the one doing it.
Do you think that he trademarked Let's Get Ready
Yes.
to Rumble? He trademarked it?
I mean, he trademarked it. It's not ready to rumble now, but it's what is it? Ready to fight or something like that. But it's trademark.
It's trademarked by
By him.
WWE or him himself?
Him.
his
WWE
persona?
is something else. That's
Oh, UFC. I mean UFC.
Yeah.
My bad. My baby.
yeah, that's something completely different. That's no, it's trademarked by him because it's his voice.
Okay, nice. That's pretty
Yeah,
badass.
so, yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Like how iconic is your voice that you have to trademark?
He's got a nice voice. He's like a cigar smoker.
Yes. Like
Yeah.
very, very old white man. You know?
I know his laugh sounds like. You know what I'm saying?
Like money.
like the rich laugh. Not like us. Like us.
Right.
Pestilent. We be cackling like animals. I hear
Let's
it too.
pause this.
I hear it too.
Yeah, dog is.
Is that the dog?
Yeah.
Are they snoring?
I mean,
Are they breathing from the afterlife? Like what's happening?
That's a problem. Well, that's some bullshit.
It's fine. We got it.
For real. Sorry about that. We have some doggy difficulties
And technical difficulties
and technical
at the
difficulties.
same time. That's real crazy.
The little chicken was about to start stressing.
No. We got it. I have my frontal lobe is almost done developing, so my thought process is very different.
From like 5 episodes ago.
Yes, I think the key to life is to slow the fuck down. And patience. Therefore, I have to have patience with my nemesis. And my nemesis is this camera sometimes. And the tripod. The tripod be on my nerves. The tripod just be doing whatever it wants, and I'm like, But, you know, life challenges you, and you have to rise above it. You have to be the bigger person until you can't be the bigger person anymore.
Start breaking shit down.
Honestly, it has to be a lot. As long as it's not like all on the same day that it's like, you know, back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
I
that
can
shit
handle,
will
like-
break you.
I can handle 3 things out in a day.
3 bad things or
Yeah.
just 3 things?
Three bad things.
That's crazy.
Like after if there's ever an instance that like a lot of things are like happening and it's just like back to back to back to back, I wanna like 86 myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can't do that. But if it's anything like less than that, I'm like, all right, brush it off. But after 3, I'm like, all right, what's up? What is going on? What the fuck is going on here on this day?
You wanted to throw hands.
Yeah, that's when I start to want to throw hands, and I don't ever want to throw hands.
Yeah,
I'm too pretty for that.
that's crazy. I will throw hands. People haven't challenged me, and I'm like,
I
I'm
don't.
done today.
I like to fight with my words. I like to hurt you. I like to go deep. When you go deep, I go lower.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say that you're really insecure about a freckle on your cheek. I don't know. Your face cheek.
Yeah.
Not your booty cheek.
I've never said booty cheek.
Oh. But let's say you have an insecurity about that, and I'd be like, you ugly wannabe looking Marilyn Monroe looking ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like something stupid. You know? Just, I don't know. I'd be like, that mole look ugly as fuck. Like, the thing about it is, like, I am not clever. I'm not like quick wit. I'm not. I'd be like, you're ugly as fuck. Like, you know, like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, your breast stinks because you eat like shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like something basic.
Yeah, I'm just not like smart and like witty when it comes to like comebacks. And I'd be like, you're ugly because you're fucking miserable. Like, why are you miserable to me? Like, I go like, what's really going on? Why are you such a bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you so miserable towards other people?
I mean, some people just have sad lives, though. I've noticed that, especially nowadays. I feel like people are more depressed than ever.
Ain't that the fucking truth? Ain't that the truth? I have been dealing with a lot of specifically men in my life. Like, you know how I mentioned that we were like in a sassy man apocalypse?
I guess, yeah.
Well, because we are in a sassy man apocalypse, I think that also has come with a sassy man depression.
A sassy man depression. Explain that.
So so do you understand the concept of a sassy man apocalypse?
I mean, yeah, to a certain extent.
Men want to be sassy.
Uh-huh.
Men want to be the prize so bad. Men want to be courted so bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, gender roles are being a little warped here.
You think?
Like,
so
the traditional gender roles. Like, obviously, we live in an age where there's LGBTA, DCFG, whatever, right? And to each their own. But for the people that still want traditional gender roles, I feel like it's becoming a little harder of women finding men that are not freaking sassy and that are not the prize and that are not this and the other. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand?
I think, but at the same time, I feel like this is what, oh my God, we're going back to the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you as a woman want a traditional man, you have to be a traditional woman.
For sure.
And women are not being traditional, so that's why men. Because I mean the what do you call that? The dating line of like how many people are dating somebody else at some point is going down. We have an epidemic of single people.
Yeah, because there's too many options. Infinite options are literally right here.
But
you
none
can
of them are for you.
swipe forever.
And yet none of them are for you. How crazy is that?
I think it's because you're looking at the wrong place. My personal experience with dating app has never been, I'm going to find the love of my life here. Like, that's just never been my experience. My experience with finding love and genuine connections has been through, like, real life interactions.
Oh, yeah, same.
You know, but I'm trying to think if there's anybody that I met online that I'm like, yeah, and no. No. Like, I've met people online, but I've never been like, all right, blah, 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 blah. Like, I want to take this further or whatever.
No, that's a big ass mosquito.
Oh, I see the mosquito.
Damn, son.
Yeah, I saw the mosquito. It's okay. They will die later.
Didn't that surprise, motherfucker? Yeah, see what you mean. Like, you're not gonna find the love of your life on a dating app, but at the same time, if you're on a dating app, you create this idea of you in others being like, oh yeah, she's out there and she's just on the dating app for fun and she's just like having like a good time, you know, like that's not everybody, but that's kind of the stereotype for it.
But on the dating apps, it says what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Like, some people are like, I want a deep relationship. Some people are like, I'm here for fun. Some people are like, I'm here for friendship. And I think that's valid. Like,
it is valid, but it's a stereotype when it comes to dating apps. You know, like people usually think that, oh, you're on a dating app, you're just looking for fun. You know, like nothing's gonna happen.
I think that you are really close-minded, or like not close-minded to a point, because you get really stuck on the stereotypes. Like
yeah, that too.
Yeah, like you get really, really stuck on the stereotypes, and I get it. Stereotypes are for a reason. Like they didn't come out of thin air, right? And some are true, but at the same time, not everything is black and white.
Yeah, like, there's a bunch of grays.
Yeah, and like there's this person that I used to go to high school with, and they found their love of their life on a dating app. Like they're married now.
Nice.
They look like they're having a fantastic life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's amazing for them. You know, so like I know that it can happen because obviously it has happened.
Yeah.
Obviously all of these apps have like these research and statistics, like, oh, like, you know, people have been married, blah blah. Like I do think it's possible. It's just for me, that's never been the case.
Yeah.
Like I think that I found a deep connection by like literally off chance. Like I ended up serving them at a restaurant one time, and you know what I'm saying?
And then
and then that connected and went from there. But like, and it's always been like at work, or maybe I met you at a party. I've never met a friend of a friend.
Okay.
I don't think I ever met a friend of a friend, but it's always been through, honestly, restaurant. Now that I fucking like really think about it,
honestly, restaurants are matchmakers. I've seen it firsthand.
Yes. So yes. I think so. I have a favorite hobby of mine. I love to go to like 4 and 5 star restaurants, like fancy shit, like fancy, and sit at the bar between happy hours.
Okay.
And that's where the single older men are.
Yes.
Girls, if you've never done it, I recommend. If you don't do it solo, do it with a friend. If your friends are lame, they don't want to do it by yourself. And the gag is that these are like
wealthy
men.
People.
Well, okay, yeah, they are wealthy, but like men. They are men. They are, again, I have no issue with anybody and like whatever you choose to do and with your life and whatever role you choose to take. Me personally, now that my frontal lobe is still keeping being developed, I feel like I'm finding like what I'm like, okay, I like a man. Like and a man to me is a man. You know, like it's a gentleman.
Uh-huh.
He is. Gosh, it's so weird to describe because like when I think of a man, I'm just like in my head I'm like a man, but I'm like, damn, in today's world, that has so
but you gotta be able to define it because like for example, I can tell you that what a woman to me is, you know.
A man to me is like a gentleman,
which is
chivalry.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be anything. It could be like somebody that opens the door for you, or somebody that pays your whole bill for you. You know? Somebody that pays the whole bill for you.
Why not both? Why not both?
Because paying the whole thing for you will be like, I just want it for the money. So a man needs just the money. So that's what I'm asking.
I just think that, to me at least, that is low-key like expected. Like to me, that's like the bare minimum.
Okay,
and that may be a little selfish of me to say that, because I just expect men to pay.
Okay, but what I mean by paying is pay all my bills, you know, like my.
Oh, no.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta specify, because otherwise you're just giving these broad examples and you're not landing on any point, so it doesn't make sense what you're saying.
I'm really thinking about like dinners, dates, things like that. Like, yeah, the man has to pay that. Like, unless we are like married or some things like that, I wouldn't necessarily expect for you to like pay my phone bill or my car bill or whatever. Like, at the end of the day, I'm still my own person, and I don't really think that you should be 100% responsible for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your car, I got my car, you got your insurance, I got my insurance. If we have a phone bill together, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, for me, it's just being able to have that conversation that is really healthy. Like, a man, to me, is a gentleman who appreciates chivalry. Somebody that is emotionally intelligent. Somebody that can communicate. Somebody that brings peace. Like, I think peace is like a really big thing when it comes to like relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it's not easy,
It's not worth it.
It's just not fucking worth it.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine being with somebody for the rest of your life and it's not easy? I can't.
For real.
Like, I will leave in a minute. And no, I won't leave in a minute because I think that's not true.
That's selfish as well. Because if you really love that person, you're going to try to make it work. But if at this first sign of problems you walk away, that's also kind of shitty of you.
But, no, 1,000%. But, like, when is it enough? When do you hit the point of, like, bro, this is not even peaceful. This is not even fun. I think actually, no, I'll answer that question. I think the point that I found in myself was, like, this is not even fun. I think that's, like, when I said that to myself, I was like, yeah, I'm out. Like, if it's not fun, I'm totally out. Like, for sure. It's just not worth it.
Yeah. But then you think that sometimes thinking that way is what makes the other person break? Because what if one person wants to make it work and he's asking you to do something, to change something, but you don't change? So that breaks the other person because he wants to change because he wants to be with you, but you're not willing to change.
I think there's Sharon Osbourne said this. And the way she said it, I don't know, because like obviously Ozzy Osbourne is messed up.
Yeah.
Like that man has been on every single substance under the sun.
Yeah.
Yet Sharon still takes care of him, still loves him. And I was watching a video of them and I was like, wow, what a woman. Like that couldn't be me. I couldn't deal with somebody that was that dependent on heavy substances. But then she said, the thing about love is that you have to accept them for who they are. And that to me, I was like, yes, you do. Like they are who they are for whatever reason. Obviously not everybody's perfect. Like nobody. Perfect. Yeah, nobody's perfect. But the way she said, I was like, wow, if somebody can love somebody that much to look past the heavy substance abuse and accept them, I was like, she chose peace for herself. Like by accepting that Ozzy was, yeah. So when I saw Sharon say that to me was like beautiful. And then earlier this week, I heard something about like, if you want something to work, you have to surrender to each other. I was like, surrender is crazy. Like surrender is crazy. Like I think surrender takes a lot more of you. But what I really liked was like that you have to accept them for exactly who they are. And that's a hard pill to swallow.
It is a hard pill to swallow, and that's why you gotta choose your partner careful. Because you gotta find somebody.
Okay, you were saying that you have to pick your partner carefully.
Oh yeah, you gotta pick your partner careful, because you gotta be with someone that connects with you and that is willing to put on the work. Because like I said earlier, if you're asking your partner to do something to change something that is bothering you, and the other person is not putting in the work, if he walks away at the first sign of trouble, like bro, if she's gonna let you die this soon early on the relationship, what's to expect 10, 20, 50 years from now, you know? So you gotta be careful with that as well.
Well, I do agree you have to choose your partner carefully. Do we truly get to choose?
Yeah. Because like you said, you can walk out at any time. Like you decide what you're dealing with.
Right, but do we really get to choose as human beings, as energetic and feeling beings? Do we really get to choose who we choose?
Meaning what?
I think the heart wants what it wants. I think when you click with somebody, when you have a deep connection and there's feelings involved, like I think there's a certain point where you are no longer in control. Like the feelings want what they want, you know? And it's like, well, fuck, I don't even want this person, but my feelings do. Like, so who truly is in control here? Because you can't help what you feel. Like, I think that one thing that kind of sucks about life is that you can't really, people say they can control their feelings, and it's like, to a certain extent, like maybe you can control to feel them, but you're still going to feel them.
I'll say to an extent, because I'll talk from experience. If you're with somebody that you really love and like you're very attached to in a way, and then for some reason just things break or like end, you will stop seeing that person, so you just go cold turkey on it. So yeah, you can.
Okay, you can go full cold turkey. That doesn't mean that you're not feeling something.
Yeah, but you're not with them anymore, so what doesn't matter? You're gonna get over it, and one day you're just gonna wake up and.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get over it the next day. You have to go through.
You'll never get over. If you break up with somebody, you're done with it. But if somebody breaks up with you, you're not gonna be over like the day after. But you know that since they left you, they don't want you, so you gotta move. So even if you want it, like, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we don't get to choose.
I mean, somebody did. The person that left the other person.
Okay,
chose.
so
one choose.
One chooses, but somebody's fucked.
And the other one, and the other one sucks it up. And then one day he just wakes up and it's gone.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
I don't know. Like, I personally don't think that we truly get to choose who we fall in love with. I think it's destiny. Like, we've talked about destiny before. Yeah. It's written, the stars, whatever, Cupid, whoever the fuck. I think that for whatever reason, souls are meant to connect and energetically, and we have no control over that, I think.
But
did you plan to fall in love with the person that you fell in love with, or did it just happen?
It happened because of a series of actions that made me realize that person was somebody that I was looking for.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it was because you walk out every day. You like, especially at places like you said, restaurants, bars, whatever. You see men and women come and go all the time, and there's some very attractive people.
Mm-hmm.
But you just look at them and you're like, you know what? She's pretty, she's gorgeous, he's handsome, but that's it. You know? Like, he's gonna walk out of the door and you're gonna forget about him forever.
But I think that the only reason why I say we don't get to choose is because I'll speak from experience. I had this gentleman come into the bar and I was working, and we said one thing to each other. Like, we made one joke to each other, and something clicked. Like, weird. Ended up giving that guy my number, and a year later, like, we're still like talking, kikiing, whatever. But it was like that one single sentence interaction that we had was like, oh,
there's a connection.
Yeah, like it was an instant connection. It was like, oh, we get along.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I didn't get to choose that. He didn't get to choose that. It was energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I said we don't get to choose.
But there's a certain vibe whenever you. I feel like the stars have to align and everything.
In so many ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can meet the right person at the wrong time.
I hate that. I don't like that.
Why?
Because if you meet the person, but it's not the right time, then it's not the right person. Because if it was the right person, that person would have been with you through it all. Okay, but
what I mean by that is, like, for example, let's use your example. You say you met this guy at the bar, like, it happened out of nowhere, and things click.
Mm-hmm.
You could have been parked next to each other, and then he opened the door and he hits your car, and you're like, dude, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
And it would have been the same connection, but that was the right person.
But you never know.
Like, but because it was the right time at the right place. Under a different circumstance, it would have been different. You know, if he would have hit your car, you'd be like, you stupid fuck.
Yeah.
You got in your car and be like, oh, your insurance. I want to, like, give me your number because we're gonna fix the shit. You know?
Right now.
So it would have been a different situation with the same person. So you never know. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you meet the right person at the wrong time. Because that person could have been like somebody special, but because of the circumstances, he ended up not being.
I just think that's, like, I feel you, but I just think that's such a cop out. Like, so I'm like, if you're the right person, then be the right person.
I mean, sometimes people can be the right person, maybe because like you said, their frontal lobe is not developed. They're not on the same page.
Yeah.
Somebody wants kids, somebody doesn't. Somebody wants to move together, somebody doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many variables, and people are not always on the same page.
It's just like, I feel like having a partner is like the hardest and the most important decision you'll make in your life. I can't remember who said this. I think it was a famous director. I can't remember what they said, but I'm sorry, I can't remember who exactly they are. But they said the most important decision you'll make in your life is your partner. And I was like, That's pretty fair. That's a very fair thing to say. Cause like yeah, that is your partner.
I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, like a partner in your life can either make you or break you.
Oh, that's gross. Sorry. Yes. Yeah, I mean, even what's the dude that hung himself? Robbie Williams.
Oh my goodness, he hung himself.
Yeah.
I thought he pew.
No, he
hung himself. Oh,
yeah, he hung himself. I'm pretty sure he did. He said that being with the wrong person is worse than being alone. Something along those lines. So I mean, it's very important to choose your partner because at the end of the day, when you get home after like a bullshit day and then you're having a terrible moment and you just need somebody to be there with you, and then that person that is supposed to be your safest space is not.
Yeah.
You are in a place worse than hell. Like Johnny Depp. Like whenever he was going through it, like being famous, being rich, and you find out that is this miserable person that is dealing with this crazy psycho bitch that is giving him hell just because he's rich and famous.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like imagine being at your house and not even at your house, you're safe. You're you.
Your haven.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you. Like I couldn't imagine that. Like after getting honestly for me, like I'm such a lover girl. Like I thought I was a hoe. I'm not. Like has that ever happened to anybody? Like you thought you were a hoe and then you got the whole life and you're like, yeah, no, thank you. Anyways, yeah.
Gross motherfucker.
Not even gross. It's just like, okay, what's the gag? But anyways, anyways, like I couldn't imagine. Like for me, whenever I get done with my day, like I really just want to cuddle.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, lay down and play with my hair type shit, right? But like, if that person just doesn't feel like literal heaven, it's like no, like a rebuke. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's just not the vibe.
But that's the thing. That's why you gotta find the right person.
But also, like, I've been on this quote, like, life is not meant to be rushed, right?
It's not, yeah.
And if it's forever, then why the fuck are we in a rush? Hello?
In a rush to what? To find it? To find the person?
To find the person, to live your life, whatever.
Because we realize that we have a finite amount of time to enjoy the infinite beauty of life. You know?
I do know, but at the same time, there's only 24 hours in a day. Yes. And there's only so much we can do.
And this is me going back to what I said at the beginning. The problem with nowadays is places like social media. Because you see people that today they're in Egypt and then tomorrow they're in fucking New York. And then the week after they're in a festival that is a weekend long in Shanghai. So, you know, you see all these people that are doing all this crazy shit. Mm-hmm. And then you see yourself that you're going to your 9 to 5 and then hitting the gym and then going back home and then play video games or maybe just walking the dog and you're like, the fuck am I doing, you know? So, I mean, it's a fair thing to say that the day has 24 hours.
Right.
But the day is not the same 24 hours for everybody.
Right.
And that's what social media just like fucks with your perception of time and goals and happiness.
But I think it's very important to really get out of social media and just like freaking live life for yourself because while you can have those friends that are like going to festivals for a whole week and then they're in Portugal the week after that and then they're fucking skydiving the day after that and then they're fucking Sahara Desert. You know, like they're getting to do all that cool stuff and I'm sure they're living their life, but like I will say 7 times out of 10, those people are going to bed alone.
Yes.
And like while you're very thankful that you're like, wow, I'm doing all these, I'm exploring the world, I'm living my life, I'm like blah 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 blah, all that stuff. I'm sure people want somebody to come home to at the end of the night.
But that's the thing. That's the things that you don't see on social media. So that fucks with your brain. That fucks with your perception of happiness, of goals.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I mean, you gotta be very focused about what you want and be very, just be like, this is what I like. This is the life that I expect from myself. And this is what I'm gonna pursue.
I think it's just very important to be realistic. Like, and
being honest with yourself.
I mean, I don't understand why the world in general is still saying like, oh, social media is not real. Social media is not... Okay, like if you haven't figured that out by now, wake up. Because social media is not real. Social media is social media is social media. Like, social media is not what you're living your everyday life. Social media is not getting up at 7 o'clock, fucking taking your ass to the shower, shaving until you're like a fucking bald headed cat, and then fucking driving an hour to work. Like, that's not social media.
Exactly.
Social media is like you said, going to a festival for a whole week. You didn't see the plane ride. You didn't see the food poisoning. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't see that person next to you puking her ass out.
You didn't see the throw up. Okay? Like, it's not all butterflies and rainbows. But I just think it's so important as you yourself as a human to be like, yeah, I'm living my fucking life. But it's just not complete yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, it's very bittersweet, I think.
It's a hard pill to swallow for sure. Because people cannot take it.
I'll tell you this. Me personally, I guess you can call this a confession or whatever the fuck. I personally feel really guilty when I go out of town for like, especially when I go out of town for a long time. I feel guilty, so I'm like, damn, like, I'm living my life. I'm like getting to do this experiences. But I'm like, like, I wish like my family was with me, like my partner was with me, whatever. I'm like it's amazing I'm getting to do all these like unbelievable things, and I'm getting to do it with strangers. And like, while those strangers have become amazing friends and we'll have that experience together, like in my like, so there will be times that I would be walking and I'm like, gosh, like my brother would love it, my mom would love it, like my family will love this. Like, it would be so much better if my family was here.
Yeah.
So it's just like I know I probably sound like a brat, like, bitch, like you're fucking traveling, obviously. But it's like people that travel a lot, and I've heard this from other people too. It's like we have this guilt of like but we're doing these things, but our families are back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's like a very like, I wanna call it like a white room type thing. Like,
okay.
Like, and I don't know why, it's just, this is like what's coming into my head, like, as we speak. Like, that, whenever I have those type of like thoughts, I have this feeling of like just me being in a corner in a big ass white room. Like,
just like an empty room?
Just empty. Just empty. Just like, damn, like that thought to me is so
empty.
Maybe?
Life and love is complicated, for sure.
Yeah.
It's we kill a mosquito.
That mosquito has to go.
It's mosquito season in fucking Georgia, brother.
And pollen season. My goodness.
Yeah.
Like,
my nose is killing me.
We're gonna get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I don't know. It's just life and love is very complicated. It's something that we gotta navigate through. It's just one of the hardest things that I think us as humans will have to face.
That and death.
I mean, once you're dead, you're dead. Like,
yeah, but like, I'm talking like if you lose somebody in your life.
Oh, you're talking about the grieving.
The grieving, yeah. I think the worst. I thought you said at the top.
Yeah.
That's on the top.
No.
That's on the top. You said the top.
We're talking.
Okay.
Damn.
No, because
keep talking. Bro, what the fuck are you in the middle of the fucking pod? God, fuck.
What was I saying?
No, I don't know.
I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, I think that grief and love are like,
they're similar.
They're very similar, as of like, one of them is bound to heartbreak. Like, what? Like, you will go to some sort of heartbreak.
I mean, you go through the same 5 stages of
7 stages of grief.
7 stages of grief, in both cases, with love and with death.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's real though. That's probably the second most strongest feeling in the world.
I think
love and death can move mountains.
I think it just sucks because it's like, these things that happen to humans, like, this is all feelings.
Yeah, it's
like,
all in your head.
Crazy. Like, this, like, obviously, like, it is happening in the real world, like, whether it's a heartbreak or a death, both, whatever. Like, it is something that's happening in the world, but, like, this has to do with literally your internal self, and you have to get over it. Like literally
No.
nobody else is gonna help you. They're like, you have to get on over that bridge. And I think that's a hard ass lesson. And it sucks going through it. Like no matter what. Like if anybody tells me they're heartbroken, I'm like, fuck, I'm sorry. Like
yeah, it's
like
just like
that
a hard thing.
sucks. Like that sucks. Like honestly. Like there's
That's the closest thing
nothing.
to death.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
It truly is.
And you know what? I don't want to say that that's. I don't want to say it's worse as in like I want that person 86 or something, but it's just like that person is still roaming around the world. Like you're gonna run into them. You're gonna hear about
something
that you want to hear or you don't want to hear. So it's just like
most likely you probably don't want to hear.
Damn, like it's just like a punch in the gut. Like. Actually, no, it's not a punch in the gut. It's like when there's a knife there and then somebody fucking twists it.
Shit.
Like, please stop. like, please stop moving that. Like,
I mean, when you take the decision to love somebody, you also have to be conscious that might break you one day. Because this is a conversation that we were having the other day, like about if it's okay to cheat on someone. Like that feeling can drive somebody to suicide.
Right, but then that means that your relationship wasn't strong. Point blank.
Oh no, it wasn't. I'm just saying.
Point blank. Period.
No,
like I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah,
but
it's just a hell.
I think in order for you to get that point of like truly like being like, all right, I bet I'm a cheat. There is already issues behind that.
Yes.
Like that is a I don't want to say a consequence, but that is just like a more I don't care factor.
Yeah, and that's a problem when you fall in love with somebody that doesn't care. Because you do. You know?
No, I don't know.
The fuck?
I don't know. Like, I feel you, but I don't know from personal experience.
Oh, no, I'm not saying from personal experience. I'm saying for as an example.
I just, no, I don't know. Because I think love is a very responsible thing. And if you're choosing to love somebody that doesn't care, that's your fucking fault.
But you just said it. Like, connections happen.
You're right. Let me shut the hell up. So, I retract my statement.
The hypocrisy.
No, I don't think it's hypocrisy. It's just like...
I mean, I'm just saying that you're just contradicting yourself.
Right. But I retracted my statement.
Which one did you retract?
Both. Just in case. Just in case one of them is right and one of them is wrong. But okay, yes, why you don't get to choose... Okay, I'm just gonna say this very vaguely because this has not been my experience. But if the connection is not there with someone, I'm just not gonna fall in love. Because what the fuck am I falling in love for? Air? Like, no. Like, the connection has to be there. And I think the connection has to be there mutually. If it's not there mutually, I don't think it's love. I think it's infatuation.
It is, but some people confuse it.
And that's their problem.
Yeah, it's their problem. But I mean, you can't control those kind of feelings.
But you may not be able to control. Okay, but no, hold on. You may not be able to control those feelings, but you should, as a responsible adult, you should be able to differentiate them.
You're asking for too much. Okay, let's put it this way. Though, if you grew up in a family with no love when you didn't receive love as a kid, and then you find someone that kind of gives you love, but treats you like shit, but is the best you ever had in your life, you're gonna cling to that like a motherfucker.
I guess so, yeah.
So, I mean, you can't always control that. It depends on the situation, because some people know it's wrong, but some people are just petrified of being alone.
Yeah.
So they stay with the person that is doing it wrong, just because it gives them a little bit of crumbles of love.
But why is that worth? Why are the crumbles worth it?
Because it's better than nothing. In your head, if you never got love in your life and somebody gives you crumbles, that feels like heaven on hell. But you don't see it. But you don't see it. But you don't see it until you get out of it. Until you went through all that shit, and then you realize how bad it was back then. It's something that you only see in retrospective. You don't see it on the moment.
I have a very conflicting emotion when it comes to that statement because. Ooh. What?
Oh, allergies.
The pollen?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not sick. We're just suffering with this
Yeah,
bullshit.
the pollen.
It's
The
pollen.
pollen is pollinating. But I don't know. I have a conflicting feeling with that because if you're giving me crumbs and I think I deserve crumbs, I have bigger issues than that.
You do, but you don't know that those are crumbs. To you, that's love because you never receive love. It's like okay, I'm gonna give you this, but you don't know that this usually comes full all the way.
Yeah.
So you're getting only this, and you're like, oh my god, I never had this. Like
Right.
this is the best of my life. But you don't know it has to be filled all the way.
I feel like I get the metaphor that you're doing. It's just like my brain cannot comprehend.
You cannot comprehend something you haven't gone through.
Yes,
That's the thing.
Exactly.
But you gotta be able to put yourself in other people's shoes.
I try to be empathetic. I really do try to be like, all right, but like if this was me, what would I do? And sometimes I want to punch the person that's telling me their story, because I'm like, I'm just gonna say, like, if you are getting mistreated by some reason, whether that's verbal, emotionally, physically, all three, whatever the case may be, and you still want to go back to that, I cannot comprehend why you would want to go back to something that's literally damaging to you.
Because it's the only thing you know. That's the thing, though. Like, you gotta be able to put yourself in their shoes.
And I really try. Like I said, I really feel like it's something that my brain seriously cannot comprehend, because I don't want to be unempathetic. Is that a word?
We'll make it a word now.
Unempathetic is definitely empathetic. Fuck, I don't know what that word is. But
the opposite.
I don't want to be mean about it. I don't want to seem heartless about it. It's just like I cannot understand.
Yeah, we cannot understand. I don't know.
Okay,
A bomb or something.
And it's just like
it's a what? It's a what? It's a what? It's a what?
It's a fucking alien. That's what it is. It's unfathomable, I guess, for me to. Okay, if you've never had, like, if you've always been around abuse and this and that, then I get it, because nature versus nurture.
Yeah.
Like, if that's the environment that you always grew up in and you don't know any better, then I truly do understand it. I really do, because that's all you know. But if you've been in an environment where you've been shown love, but you've also seen the ugly, but you've also seen the good, and you choose to go back to the ugly, why?
I don't think
Why?
the people that have seen the good go to the ugly. I feel like
I have seen it. I've been in
but you don't know the whole story of the other person.
But maybe. I do.
No, you don't. You never know that. You don't even know my whole story. You don't even know my story.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
Even you will have to be in that person's skin to know the whole story. But nobody ever knows everybody.
I understand that completely, but like, I'm gonna put this in, like, you're my brother. Mm-hmm. If I ever find out that you are in some sort of relationship that is like being abusive, mentally, physically, verbally, whatever the fuck, and you tell me that once, and I'm like, all right, what's the plan? Because obviously this is not healthy, blah, blah, blah. And we go through a plan, or we don't, whatever, if it's a yes or a no, whatever, and you go back to that, I'm going to ask you, are you stupid or are you dumb? Because what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I want to say that I don't mean this in a negative way or in an ignorant way. Like, it may come off ignorant at this moment, because I can't put myself in those person's shoes. And I feel my heart goes out to people that are in those type of situations. But if you know better, what are you doing? Like, please explain that to me, because I truly want to understand. Like, for real.
Yeah. I don't have the license for that. I don't have the knowledge. I feel like we'll have to talk to a psychologist to fully explain to us what's going on in someone's mind whenever that happens, because there has to be some kind of trauma. I mean, there's no reason why people do it, and sometimes it might be an addiction, though.
It's just like, I think the whole situation, like, let's say that scenario, is fucked up from beginning to end. Like, first of all, if you're abusing somebody,
go fuck yourself.
Like, literally, nice. Yeah. Like, why? Like, literally, why do you want to harm somebody, right? But that's beside the point. If you're also taking that abuse, what are you also doing? And I mean that so respectfully, because I don't think that anybody on this world that's a good person deserves to be mistreated in some sort of way. I just don't. Like, I don't think anybody should be putting hands on other people. I don't think that I should be fucking degrading you to your face or to your back. You know what I'm saying? I don't like. I wouldn't spit on you. Like, could you imagine? Like that. like that is absolutely outrageousness. Like, that is the disrespect. That is low life. That is booty cheeks. That is bum behavior.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, if you know that that's bum behavior and you still go back to that, like, okay, I get the victims that are like, I don't have a home, I have nowhere to go, like that. I'm like, okay, I could understand a little bit more because you don't have anywhere to go. But if you have family, if you have friends, if you have literally a car, go crash at a gas station, go crash at a hotel, but get out. Like, I think that anything that sounds ignorant. I'm gonna say how I want it, and then I'm gonna fix it. I think anything is better than getting abused. And again, that sounds a little ignorant, but it's just, to me, that's like my line. That is that line that if you even touch that, you're never gonna see me again in your life.
Yeah, but that's a line that you draw on the sand. Is it that?
Yeah.
Oh.
False.
That's a line drawn on sand. So for every person, it is different. What is the limit for you? It might not be the limit for somebody else. And maybe maybe you be willing to put up with more shit than somebody else would, you know?
I get it.
So it's just really hard to tell. Like, we cannot judge based on our own feelings because we're not walking on these people's shoes.
And I'm not trying to judge at all. Like, I'm really not. It's just like,
maybe not judge, but criticize the fact that they're in that situation.
What did you just say? That it's a line that you draw in the sand?
Yeah. Because it disappears.
I don't know, man. It's just...
I mean, that's where you draw the line. That's the thing, though. You have to understand that people is gonna draw it like further or closer.
Yeah, people. I know people's lines are further or closer, but I think that one thing that we all know as humans are some sort of morals. I know that maybe you think that gay is good, and maybe I don't think that gay is good, or vice versa. But one thing that I know for sure is that whether you're gay or not, or whatever the fuck, I know that I'm not gonna put my hands on you because that's wrong.
And that's where you draw the line. So people might be okay with it, like,
Lordy, I couldn't. You saw that? I was like, ah! It's just, you know what? Like, I can't understand either. And again, like, I really want to talk to somebody that does this to be like, please help me understand, because I want to understand. I want to empathize. I want to be like, okay, I see where you're coming from. Whatever. Cool. Maybe my line may be drawn at me putting my hands on somebody, but I'm like, what on earth could possess you to put your hands on your partner, on your mom, on your sibling, on your coworker?
Mental issues.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in a street fight, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Like, heat rises, passion goes up, whatever you want to call it, whatever. But when you're talking about, like, your sibling, your parent, your partner, your fucking dog, like, this is somebody that you're supposed to
love,
protect, care for. And you're abusing them in some sort of way. Like, let's say it's not even hands. Let's say it's just words. What the fuck? Like, what would I couldn't imagine what would possess me to call you A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
like the fuck?
Like, I'm sorry, do I not love you? Do I not even respect the fuck love? Do I not even respect you? And like, I don't care if I'm going through menopause. I don't care what I'm going through. That does not give me the right to disrespect you.
It doesn't give you the right, but it's just everything kind of adds up. And like I said, I'm not going to excuse anybody that puts hands on anybody or verbal abuses anybody. It's just that at some point people just reach that limit, and that limit can come in physical violence, in verbal violence, in some kind of abuse. Like, it's just really hard to try to understand that. because every person is their own little universe.
Right.
So I mean, everything affects the way you were raised, the way you
Mm-hmm.
were treated as a child, the way you got your heart broken, the way like maybe your kid passed away. You know, like everything's gonna shape you into that person that you are today. And sometimes it comes out as a form of abuse, and that's really hard.
It's really hard, and like I know I said earlier, like not everything's black and white here. Like for example, like I don't know why it's coming up right now, but like in my head, there was a video that I just watched on TikTok that it was a guy that beheaded another guy, and then like let's say that the body was here, and then the
head was over
the head was over
on
there.
TikTok.
I saw this on TikTok. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was blurred.
But okay.
It was a
but you can tell what was happening.
It was a police footage. That's why. So
what the fuck?
So basically, they arrest the guy, and the guy was just like sitting there,
mm-hmm.
and the guy confessed. He was like, "Here you go, arrest me, blah blah, super chill." And then they go to the interview, and they're like, "Did you do this?" He was like, "Yeah, I did this." And they were like, "Why did you do this?" And the guy said, "Because he assaulted my wife." I was like, "All right, I get it. Like, I get where he's coming from." But do you see what I'm saying? It's the understanding.
But is it the understanding excusable?
Sometimes.
Bitch. I get it. Sometimes. I see where you're coming from.
Sometimes. If you found out that somebody did that to me, wouldn't you go fucking crazy?
I would. But like I said, like it depends on the situation, because like you can see it from another. Like let's say that happens, like on you, and then I find out, and then I go, and then 86 the person that did it to you,
mm-hmm.
but
now you're running your life.
But now I'm running my life. Like, but besides the point, like his sister is gonna see what happened to the brother,
mm-hmm.
like meaning about the other
mm-hmm.
family,
mm-hmm.
and then she's gonna be like, what person in the same world will do something like that? You're gonna be evil. Like, what the fuck was going on in your
mm-hmm.
head? Like all like the same shit that you just said about like the abuse.
Right.
She's gonna be asking that.
Right.
But she's not gonna know this background.
But this is But this is a chain of events.
Yeah, it is.
This is definitely a chain of events, right? Like obviously the guy is 86, so we don't know why he assaulted the woman. So fuck him. He got he got his sending that he deserved, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now the guy that 86'd him, I can understand. I can, like, you know what? Valid. Like that is a valid response of like, you did what to my wife? Like how many sons? I'm sorry. How many parents go to jail after they murder their child's killer?
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, I
that actually happened recently to a UFC fighter.
A UFC fighter?
Yeah.
Who?
His name is Cain Velasquez.
Kanye Velasquez. Cain. I said Kanye.
Bruh.
That's a very ethnic name.
No. Because I don't want to. I might be getting it wrong, but I think it was like the priest or like an adult was abusing his kid, so he just went ape shit and started like chasing the guy and then shooting at him.
Yeah.
In the middle of the road. But because he was shooting in the middle of the road, he got charged with second-degree attempted murder or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he got sentenced 5 years in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, like, but I mean, you understand where he's coming from. Yeah. But at the same time, he broke the law and then put other people in danger. So now
he's paying the price.
He's paying the price. Like, it's just.
I get it, but like.
Very great.
But again.
Very, very great.
It's great, but again, I go back to my point. I just want to understand.
Yeah.
I really like, even like, I'm gonna put like an extreme example, like, or even you would resonate with this because you love this shit. You love like serial killer stuff. You love the psychology behind it.
I like the psychology behind it.
You love.
I don't admire it, but yeah.
Yeah, obviously not, but you're very interested in it.
Yes.
So that I think that's like where my curiosity and my lack of empathy comes from. Because like, for example, like, let's see, Ted
Bundy.
Okay, yeah, Ted Bundy. Let's put Ted Bundy.
Somebody that everybody knows.
I was gonna say Jeffrey Dahmer.
Somebody that.
But whoever. I mean, they're both serial killers. Yeah. They're both same same theme, different font.
Yeah.
Literally, you better put that effect right there. That happens to me all the time, and the train just leaves the station
without you in it. That's crazy. Okay, but you were giving the example of the psychology behind it.
I know. I'm trying to go back to what I was going to say. What my point was.
Yeah, damn.
Okay, I think I was gonna say like that. That's exactly what I was gonna say. That's where the I guess the root of this conversation is. I want to understand. Like, I would interview Jeffrey or Ted Bundy and be like, so why do you like to kill women? And like Ted Bundy be like, I like it because it gives me a thrill. And like, okay, bet. Okay. Like, I'm understanding where you're coming from while you're still messed up in the head. I'm like, I guess I like to see the root of it all.
But you have to be willing to put yourself in his shoes to understand it.
Yeah.
Because right now you're not.
Right.
So you have to be able to, okay, like he's killing because it gets him off. Okay, I can see what something like
so gruesome.
Yeah, so gruesome. Like I can see why you would chase him for like the thrill of like getting off. You know? And you wouldn't be able to put yourself in those shoes.
Right. Well, I think I could be like, let's say that's exactly what Ted Bundy said, and I'd be like, you know what? I've also gotten off here and there. I get it, like the thrill, the adrenaline, the excitement, the chemicals that go off. Like, I understand, and that's exactly what I would love to do with somebody that like abuses their
significant
whoever. No, it doesn't even have to be a significant other.
Another human.
Another human. Yeah. Another human. Be like, what do you get out of this? Like, okay, cool. You did some damage to that. Did that make you feel better? Did that get you off? Do you regret it? Do you feel powerful? Do you like the way your hands feel after they've struck somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's like, I feel like I'm gonna get canceled for asking all these questions, but like,
no, I don't think so. I mean, it's a legit.
It's open conversation, and it's open conversation. It's just like, it sucks to see anybody that you're close with happen to them.
Yes,
and it's also taken a toll on my relationship with them because I'm like, if this is what you want.
Hello?
I can't watch you. Like, I can't be in your life if you want this. Because I love you too much to watch you go through this because you don't deserve this, blah, blah, blah. Like I've tried to be like, listen, I'm that loving friend, whatever. But then there's a point where I'm like, this is too painful for me. And if this is what you want, even though you don't fucking deserve it, like at this point, I was seeing that person different because there was just no way they deserved it. So I'm like, what are you doing? Like, respectfully, are you stupid or are you dumb? Like, which one?
Yeah.
Because what the fuck?
And that's when you can step away from that relationship. I mean, if you don't like what's going on, then just like he had she made the decision to do that. You can make the decision to walk away from that friendship, whether it's family, friends, significant other, whatever. Like, you can make the same decision.
It just sucks. I think it just sucks. Like I said, if you're putting your hands, your words, your emotional abuse on somebody, go fix that shit and go fuck yourself because what the fuck? Like, that is just so evil. So evil. Like, I know there's a lot of evil in this world and a lot of like bad things, but like, hurting another human is just diabolical.
And I want to say something that might be a little controversial, but I think it's in humans' nature to be evil to a certain extent, because we live in a world that requires death in order to thrive.
Explain.
Like, we kill everything. Like, we have to kill something. Has to kill something else in order to live.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a lion, you gotta kill a zebra to live. You know, like something is always killing something.
The circle of life.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, in the roots, like at the very core of who we are, we have to kill something to survive. And now we're being domesticated into society, into norms, into all these rules.
You think that we are very much of a prey predator species?
Nowadays, yes.
Nowadays?
Yeah.
I would have said that back then.
back then. No.
I wouldn't say like
No, because I mean, in 50, even probably what, like 50, 60 years ago, it was okay for a man to hit his wife, to hit his kid. You know, like you see it in movies. It's
Yeah.
like it was more open, right? Now, God forbid a man hits a woman because everybody's gonna like fuck him up. Neighbors, family, friends, like everybody's gonna get his ass,
Yeah.
and then he's gonna get thrown in jail, and then he's gonna get fined, and then his life is ruined. You know.
Yeah.
So we are an oppressed, violent species to a certain extent because of the normal, the normal society.
So you think that we are a violent species overall?
Yes.
And I mean, history has seen that, but do you think that that's humans as a whole, or do you think 3 questions here? Humans as a whole, do you think it's different between men and women? And I mean actual biological men and women, and I don't mean that as a shade. I mean that as like our DNA, our cells are different. You know, our hormones are different. You know, that type of shit. That's where it's coming from. And then the third question was going to be, do you think that that's societal? As in, like, at the end of the day, us humans made our fucking problems. We made World War One happen. We made the Cold War happen. Like, this is all human made.
Okay, so I'm gonna need to repeat the first question. Yeah.
The question was, do you think that humans are a violent species because of that's just who we are as humans genetically? Like, it is what it is?
I think so, though, because if you look at history, we always had the need to conquer or to attack something, you know? Whether it was like medieval times and one tribe attacked another one and then killed everything and took possess and then made other people slaves.
But I don't think that's human violence. I think that's human ego.
I don't think so, because back then, what ego could you have? You just wanted...
You want more land. You wanted to prove you were the richest conqueror.
But that wasn't ego. That was...
That is...
Okay, so like a lion. Do you think a lion has ego?
No, but we're talking about humans here.
I know, but I'm saying like at the core, we're still animals. Before we had language, before we can communicate one another, we will attack each other for the reason like we needed resources. So yeah, we're a violent species.
But you could say that about like we're the only species that has sex for pleasure.
We are one of two.
Which is the other one?
Dolphins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. How do you know that? They tell you?
Yeah.
They tell you? The dolphins told you themselves?
Yeah.
They went. And you were like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they got strip clubs out there.
Okay, work. So the only reason why I asked that is because like you could say that okay, we're apparently one of the two that has sex for pleasure. I want to say that violence and sex is low-key on the same realm.
It kind of is.
Low-key. If we're a violent species, we're also a very sexual species.
Yeah, but I mean, not all species are like equally sexual and violent.
Right, no, but I'm talking about humans.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about our species.
Yeah,
right?
we are.
So it's just like, okay, so you said that yes, humans are designed to be like, violent.
We are violent by nature.
Do you also think that it changes between male and female?
Yes.
And then the final question was, do you think that this is so just fucking man-made? Like ego, I guess you could say ego again. Like,
what do you mean?
This is all man-made. Like violence is all man-made. Like because you're saying that our roots are to be
we bring violence. Yeah. I think that if we were back 5,000 years ago, we will still be violent, but for different reasons. Now we're being violent
because why not? At least back then, violence was for like, oh, survival. You're in my territory. You're taking my woman. Like
it was for survival.
It was for survival. Now it's for leisure.
Yeah, but it's just excuse to find something to get those to repress emotions out.
Get a hobby.
Sometimes a hobby is violence. Like
sometimes that hobby is Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer. Like that was their hobby. Yeah, like that's crazy. Like that.
That's how they spend their free time.
What's my hobby? Murder. Like, can you imagine that shit? Like it kills me. Like it's just crazy. But I guess okay. The thing is too, is like while there are mass murderers and all that things, most of the horrendous crimes that we hear about are like, oh, her husband did this, or a son stabbed his mother. Like these are close relationships. These aren't like I don't want to say I have more respect for like Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer, and they would just be like, "Yo, you're hot, like what's up," or like however they chose it. These are like people that they were supposed to love. That's where I'm like, that's even crazier. Because at least the serial killers have like no.
But they do have a type, and there's a reason why they have a type.
True, because sometimes they'll be like, it was my mother or my ex-girlfriend
Yeah.
or whatever. No, that I get, but like they have no emotional connection to that certain individual.
Not to that certain individual, but that individual reminds them of a certain connection.
Write that down. Write that down. That was good. That was good. Okay, I like that. Okay, work. You know what?
That's
Cheers.
a great way to close it.
Put that on a t-shirt. Put that on a t-shirt right now.
All right. I mean, it was an interesting podcast. That's a cool way that we came back
Yeah.
to social media
Yeah, right.
because that was something
It's just real talk.
real talk.
Real talk. Like,
I didn't even drink that much.
I sure did. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm good.
You said this shit was flat. So
Yeah, it was flat, so I did not drink it.
that's kind of
Y'all need to sponsor us, Modelo. Just saying. But all right, brother. It was nice catching up with you.
Oh my god, it was such a good combo.
We didn't catch up on everything that we've been doing this past month. That we kind of went AWOL. But it was a good comeback, though. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, are we crazy? What, like, literally just drop a thought. Drop a thought.
Oh, let us know,
Yes.
please.
We will see you guys. I feel like abrupt ending, but it is coming to an hour and a half.
Yeah, for real.
So-
It's gonna be like 110. But all right, then let us know what you think and then your opinions about this, because we kind of have like different opinions, but at the same time we agree on the same thing. So it's interesting.
We have
Well-
different opinions, but I think the core root is the same.
Yes.
Yeah. And all
right, though.
Yeah, y'all share, like,
share.
subscribe.
Let us know what you think down below if you made it to the end, because I think it was a really cool conversation.
Yeah, I really hope you guys stayed for like the last half. I think the last half was like,
More in depth.
it was just like,
Loving, right?
it was just one of those convos that you have with a close friend.
Yes.
Because some of your own thoughts, like, and I will speak for myself, like, I know some of my own thoughts are controversial, and I don't want to seem,
I mean, same for me though. I'm
Whatever.
pretty sure I got some shit that I was like, bruh. You know?
yeah, but
Like
it's
we
like,
all do. We just have the balls to say it out loud.
because we're in a safe space,
Internet.
as they should be. Internet is crazy, but the internet after we already talked.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah,
All right, my G's. Thank you for watching. We love you. We miss you. And we're back, bitch. Cheers, bro.
we're very much back. We'll see you guys on the next,
next
episode of
Cheers. Bye, everybody.